Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be talking about a very sensitive subject. My comments will be on that. Please refrain from doing anything judgmental. If you have questions about what we're going to be talking about, ask away. I will try my best to answer them. Well, I'll try my best to answer them. If you are personally relating to this, comment down below some things that helped you if you feel comfortable with doing that. So let's get on to the video. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about anxiety tics. Okay. Today we're going to be talking about anxiety tics. Pretty much when you get anxious, or it's a way of someone dealing with stress and their body, face, and vocal cords do things uncontrollably. Some people can mask these. We're going to be talking about these because I have anxiety tics and I want to make a video to help someone who is going through this. Is a new thing. I definitely want to be able to help. So pretty much at the beginning of October, so about 6 months ago, I started to tic in the middle of the school. It was the beginning of the school day, actually. I was sitting in my first hour class, and I got really depressed over a comment. Someone said, I'm not going to disclose what it was, who said it, blah, blah, blah. But someone made a comment, and it sent me into a deep thing of depression. And then my next hour class, I'm sitting there, and I'm gonna do this. I might start ticking. So I had a pen and I was doing this. And she had anxiety tics. They were very much less noticeable. If you knew her, then you would notice her tics, but they weren't as noticeable. And I knew that one of tapping her nose all the time was a tic. But I'm gonna start doing it now. And so I was like, wait a second, I'm ticking, because I tried to stop and I couldn't stop. I was constantly touching my nose. I was in the middle of class, so I couldn't do anything about it. I go to my next hour class, and it was October, so we were walking around the track, and I started to tic really bad. So I'm going to demonstrate. So you know, this might set me off. So I started doing the head jerk. My nose, I'm going to do this. Up, I did this, and I would, it got really, really bad, and I couldn't walk in a straight line. At this point, I had not gotten stutter. So then we come back inside from the track, and a bunch of us back then used to go to the choir room, the junior high study hall. It was a study hall day. And so we went in there after we finished in PE, because it's the same hour we finished stuff. So we went to the choir room, and I stopped ticking. And it was the weirdest thing ever. I was in there for about 15 minutes, and then I came back out, and as I was coming back out, the moment I stepped a foot out that door, I started ticking again. And that is when it got really, really bad. So my tics start, at this point, my head was jerking, like I just my nose was twitching, my lip was twitching, and my eye was doing this, and then I started to get a stutter. And at this point, I was scared. I had never seen anything like this. I never even knew that I knew of anxiety tics. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to control it. This had never, ever happened to me. So at this point, I had texted my mom, and I was like, hey mom, this is going on. And I knew what it was, so I texted her. I was like, I'm taking, like, it's weird. This has never happened. She's like, okay, you need to go to report to the office. And I'm like, heck no. For those of you who don't go to school with me, and probably most of you don't, our school system is not the best school system. That previous year, technically it was still 2020, but it's the very beginning of 2020, so about a little over a year ago, I had a concussion, a massive, massive concussion, and they were not at all helpful in any way, shape, or form. And so, of course, I didn't want to go report this because I didn't want look crap, and I didn't want them to just blow me off. I finally go and I report it to the office, and they're like, yeah, the lady up there, we had just gotten a new lady this year, and she is the absolute sweetest. I love her so much. She is so nice, and she was asking me like, oh, has this ever happened before? And she knew how serious it was, and so she immediately called my mother, who of course already knew, called my mother and said, do you want to come get her? My mom was like, yeah, I'll come get her. Obviously, my mom was still at work, and she works at another school, and so she had to drive like a good half hour from her school to our school, plus then sign out and do all that stuff. And then, so I went back to my classroom, and at this point, my tics had gotten so bad that I had a horrible stutter, and I was crying because it was really painful. For those of you who don't have tics, especially head jerking tics, it's really, really hard on your neck. It's very, very painful, and you get very, very tired very, very quickly. And so I was crying, and I could not stop this. I had students that were, it's a small, I go to a small school, so our classes are relatively small. This is one of my bigger classes out of the day, and there's like 8 kids. And so they were like, okay, are you okay? I was like, no, I don't know what's wrong with me. At this point, I was like, am I even taking anymore? What is happening? My other friend, who at the time I did not know had anxiety tics, was also sitting right next to me. She completely ignored me. Little did I know, that's her way of handling it. Like, ignoring it is one of the best ways to like, get rid of it. But I didn't know that. This was the first time this had ever happened to me, and I was scared. And so ignoring it did not exactly help me. I was scared, and no one was really listening to what I had to say. Like, I was like, I can't. Finally, my mom came and got me, and I was still ticking all the way home, crying. It was really scary. And when we got home, my mom obviously called my psychiatrist. Yes, I go to a counselor and a psychiatrist because I have to take medication for my ADHD and my anxiety. But I did take medication for my ADHD for a little bit, but it's mostly for my anxiety. But she called my psychiatrist. Meanwhile, she turned on my favorite movie, Pitch Perfect, and I stopped taking. And it was the weirdest thing. The moment she started taking, the moment the movie just turned off, I started taking again. And she put in another movie. She put in like 10 Things I Hate About You. And I started taking. And she was like, okay, pulled it out, and then put in Mamma Mia. So the only thing that helped for those first few days were musicals, which is the weirdest thing. I don't know why. Music is a very soothing thing. But anyway, so I go to my psychiatrist, and she pretty much tells me no school for 2 weeks. I didn't do school for 2 weeks, and then I finally got cleared again, but I'm not the most accountable person. You leave me at home to do school virtually, I'm not gonna do it. And looking back now, that was a horrible mistake. It was not a great thing. I did not do well that semester whatsoever. But pretty much the moral of the story is, do your work, kids. Do your work. But we're gonna be talking about the kind of tics I have, what I've noticed to help them, if you have a friend that's ticking, how to help them when they're having a tic attack. And then I'm going to show you some of my sensory stuff that I have. In fact, I'm getting another one Wednesday. It's Tuesday? So, yeah. And my pen is coming tomorrow. But that is the thing. And I'm hopefully what I want to do is do some reviews later in another video, reviewing sensory toys from Amazon because, yeah, fun stuff. So, tics. Let's get started on these tics. Let's talk about them. So I actually have a video that I'm gonna put in right now, a video of actually me ticking while on a virtual class. This is from about November, I believe. So here's that clip.
Okay, so all of this stuff comes out of chapter 9, which is somewhere in the and the sheet that you can have, that one, if you have that.
So as you can see in the video, my tics, I was trying my best to mask them. It was not a fun day, and I was at my grandma's of all days. So yeah. Alright, so we're gonna be going over my sensory toys that I have, and they're so much fun. This is one. I need to put it in my tub. I don't have it in my tub currently. Tub of sensory toys. I'm also getting a fidget pen on Wednesday. I'll put a picture of it right here. It has like a bunch of different fidgets on it, so at school that will be very, very helpful. Also, doggy! Chester! I love my doggy. Okay, go do your thing. Dumb dog. Alright, so first things first. I have this sand timer my grandma got me for Christmas. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like sand. It's really satisfying, and it's like a weird time. And then I have this one. It's kind of like a pom-pom, but like it feels really nice, and I really like textured ones, especially because they kind of help regulate me. And then I have a little cake squishy. You can tell right there, I'm just like relaxed. And then I have a little Christmas tree squishy. It has like those beads. I got this for Christmas, so. Ah! Everything is falling. And then this one I got for Christmas about 2 years ago, so like a lot of the stuff is like, I like it because it makes weird noises. This is a fun one, I really like. And then, what's off the side? Then I have this. So in the heart, it has these foam beads, but they're all stuck together. The sound of it's nice. And then stop closing right. Then I have this ball. I also got this for Christmas. It has glitter in it, and then this little green ball, and then it has stickers. I don't know if you can tell, but there's like stickers right there. I can't really get the stickers to come apart. I'm gonna put these back in the box. My dog is doing stuff down there. And then this is my favorite to take to school because it's small, and the little spines of it, I've been really into texture things at the moment, so texture stuff, so the spines of it, like rubbing into my hand or doing something, is really, really helpful. I love these. I want to get more of these. I've had this since I was probably like in the 4th grade. I found it at my dad's house, so loveliness. And then this was also found at my dad's house from like when I was really young, but it wiggles and I like it, and the things feel nice. So these are my sensory toys for now. I'm hoping to get more of them because they are the most helpful things. Oh, I forgot one. I have this one, but it's kind of old, so it doesn't really work very well. I need a new one. I kind of want to make one of my own, but it's old, so it doesn't really work very well anymore. But yeah, these are really fun. Alright, so thanks for watching. Bye. Oh yeah, if you have any comments about tics, as in you're personally experiencing it, or a friend is experiencing it, and you have questions, if you're just had tics and you found this when you looked up anxiety tics, yeah, it's a thing. Thanks for watching. Bye.